Tuesday, 29th day of October. Lou, Jackie, Jason, and the man, the myth, the legend, Ron.
Guy.
Yes, he can.
It'll stick in his head.
He can.
We're trying to come up with a Round the Car Guy jingle. We think we're going to rip off the SpongeBob.
Bob the Builder.
Or Bob the Builder. No, Bob the Builder.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Or maybe we'll professionally hire somebody.
We can do that.
Yeah.
But we're going to be talking about winterizing your vehicle and some of the things that they do have available that are some of the really neat things too.
They are, and it's something. It doesn't matter, what age your car is or what kind of car you have. This is all stuff that everybody can use to make life a little easier. There was frost last week. I think I saw you had a post.
We had a picture of it.
Yeah, there was frost in Lutuna, and I think it was Saturday or Sunday morning. There was frost
all over everything.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, scrapable type frost. So it doesn't feel like it today. But I mean, it's here and it's coming. And so I just want to talk about some things, more vision or windshield type related, because you see the cars when it snows and then there's frost out that are driving down the road and they're looking out the little porthole. And I mean, that's not safe.
Right.
And yet, they were in a hurry. They didn't allow time or.
Yeah, because a lot of times you don't leave time for that as you're getting ready to leave in the morning.
Exactly. Or leave work. The car might be in a garage at home, so you don't think about it. And then you get ready to leave work, and you got to go pick up the kids, or got something going on. You got to get going, and oh darn, the windshield's got an issue. So the first thing I want to talk about is obviously you want to get the windshield clear, and you want to use the right tools. You don't want to rely on your windshield wiper blades to clear the frost and snow off, because that's hard on them.
That ruins the blade.
Yeah, it will. Yeah. It'll tear the blade, and so it's made to remove rain and maybe some light snow as it's coming down, but it's not made to dig your car out in the wintertime.
Right.
And so the first thing you want to have would be a good windshield scraper. I mean, a good heavy duty one, and use the tool that's made for the job. Meaning these are designed to not scratch the glass. Lou's gonna get out an alternative here. You could certainly.
This doesn't work too well.
No, but you can get the MasterCard one works because you can use it to buy one of these.
Oh, is that the deal?
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, that might do in a pinch. But actually, I mean, that could scratch the glass. It's not designed. I mean, the edge of that. Well, you can have dirt and stuff on it from being used and being swiped and stuff, or it can break. So you want to use the right tool, which would be a good windshield scraper is one of the things that you want to have. The other thing, and this goes back to like if you're in a hurry or something, this stuff works awesome, and not even specifically this brand, but any kind of an aerosol de-icer.
Yeah, just spray.
I've never used that before.
It's about $1.50, $2 a can. So and I mean it's fun to use. So I mean you'll go through a can pretty quick, but to have it in a pinch, I mean you basically just spray it on the ice, and it's a combination. It's got methanol and ethylene glycol in it, and so it'll actually melt the snow. Which you don't want to use, and we'll see it again this winter. Don't go in the house or go in the company break room and get a glass or a bucket of hot water and pour it. It'll crack. Your windshield will crack.
Oh, really?
And we see it at
even
least,
if there's no chips or anything?
Correct. It's the temperature difference. You've got like 120 degree water, and it's 20 degrees or 10 degrees outside, and we replace at least one windshield every winter, where the people come in and I mean they fess up and say, hey, it was cold out and I was in a hurry and I poured hot water on it and my windshield cracked. Yeah.
I'm really behind.
And
Let's test that theory next week.
We could do that. We like a Mythbusters.
Yeah.
Can we crack a windshield? Jackie?
There's a black volt we can check that on.
There we go. Where are you, Ted?
Yeah.
Anyway, but speaking of like cracks and chips, I mean, this is also the time of year if you've got a crack in your windshield or you have a chip.
Yeah, I have a chip.
It's the time to get it fixed to save the windshield, because the same thing will happen to that windshield that happens to the streets. You got a crack in the street. Water gets in there, then it freezes at night. What happens? It expands, it pushes that crack out. It'll do the same thing on the windshield. That chip will become a crack, or that crack will be, you're shaking your head yes, you're like, yes, Ron.
I've already making a list.
You're telling me this.
I need an oil change.
I need can of de-icer.
I need icer.
Exactly. You need to get the windshield, get that crack fixed. And we talked a little bit about wiper blades. And again, this is like a standard wiper blade that you would have on a car.
Yep.
And now they've come out with some cars come with these from the excuse me, from the factory. I think your car has the beam blade on it.
Right.
But you might look at upgrading to a beam type wiper blade, and the difference between these two is this wiper blade, you've had snow and ice get stuck in your wiper blade and then it doesn't clear because it isn't flexible. It builds up in the metal carrier, in the air slots up here. And the parts
up.
Exactly. It just gets jammed in there, and then the wiper blade can't flex and conform to the windshield, so it just kind of moves across there, and you get, it doesn't clear. The beam wiper blade doesn't have any of that stuff, so there's nothing for the snow and ice to stick to, and the spring-loaded metal piece here is what conforms it to the windshield. It's even coated with kind of a rubber. So this is a really good alternative for a blade in the wintertime that the snow and ice won't stick to. So you might consider upgrading to a beam. They used to have like winter wiper blades, and those are starting to phase out now because these beams came out and they kind of perform the same task. So that's kind of neat.
I've never seen that before. That's interesting. Okay. Get one of those.
And then this is one of my.
What is that thing?
This is really cool. You use it like in the morning after you take a shower. You can squeegee the water off you and stuff, and you don't have to. No, but
Save on towels. That's good.
I only brought part of it because they wouldn't let me get through the security coming up here with the pole. But there's actually a telescoping aluminum pole that screws into this. Kind of like for a paint roller or something like that. But this is what they call a snow broom, SNOBRUM.
Okay.
And what it's designed to do is once the pole's attached, you use it like a broom to drag across your car and remove heavier snow. I mean, it won't scrape off the ice like a scraper would, but let's say we get 2 or 3 inches of snow while you're at work and you're ready to leave, and you got all this snow on your car, and you've seen the people drive around that have the 6-inch snow hat on the roof of their car and it's blowing off on I-235. You really need to clear that off, and that's what this does, and it does it without injuring the car because it's made out of styrofoam or a foam.
That's
it's a
a great
coated
idea.
foam. So these are really, really cool. We use them at the shop every year, cars that, sit outside or have been outside for a while to get the snow off before we bring them inside, because otherwise they're going to melt and it's going to run all over. But this is a really neat item. It comes with the pole that screws in. It'll adjust for however long or big your car is. But that's something that's easily carried in the trunk or the back seat of a car, and it's kind of nice to have if you get caught in some deep snow.
Yeah,
So-
and most auto parts stores, if they don't have them, they can get them for you. I know we had to order them from one of the auto parts stores in Ankeny when they first came out.
Yep.
And were available to the general public. In case you're wondering how the cars at dealerships are always so clean,
They use the snow broom.
Oh, they do? I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
When after it snows, they use these.
Yeah. And you'll see sometimes in the wintertime, you'll go into an auto parts store and they'll have like a garbage can full of these, like sitting in the middle. But we go through them. We buy several.
And they were about $15, $15, $20.
They're under $20.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
somewhere in that area.
Yeah, I think I even saw them online. They were under $20. So.
And do they last like a whole season, or?
Yeah, I mean, we use them. Like you said, a dealership
I've had mine
uses them.
4 or 5 years.
Yeah, we use them. We can get about a year out of them, but I mean
Use them all the time.
Yeah, we use them more than a consumer would. So, but yeah, look, and if you've got a snow broom, you can buy the replacement head too.
Okay, well, I
They'll
didn't
sell
know
you
that.
just the head because the pole that goes in there obviously isn't going to wear out.
All right, perfect.
So some
and
things
just
to think about.
Exactly. Couple other just really quick things. Power windows. Don't use the electric in the power window to pull the window down if it's frozen. There's a
You're
lot.
just, ruining everything for me this morning.
There's a lot of plastic pieces and thin cables and stuff in there that break, and we see that really common in the wintertime. Cars come in needing a power window repair. And then the other thing that's extremely common is you'll notice, probably everybody that's in here, the outer door handle on your car, it's made out of some kind of plastic now. It's no longer. If the door is frozen shut, don't use the door handle as a level to pull. You don't want to. It's not your leverage. You don't want to pull on it to open the door, because it will break. I mean, we replace a lot of door handles in the wintertime too. An easy tip going into winter this time of year: the rubber weather stripping that goes around the door.
Yeah.
Take like some silicone grease or even some Vaseline and rub it on there, and it won't freeze. It won't stick. You gave it a protective
There you
coating.
go.
Really?
All right.
So-
great things to know as things
gotta
start to
grease
cool down.
my,
Thank you, Ron the Car Guy.
You're welcome.
All right, good job as always. We'll be right back. This is Great Day.